Almost 4 years ago, my brother Ryan and I started a junk removal company with a used F-250 and a brand new dump trailer that we bought cash while working miscellaneous jobs throughout high school and college. In our first month, we did $3,000. Our first year, we did $99,000. And this year, we're doing $1.1 million.
That's right, Ben's 24 and I'm 25. We own our own house. We got 4 trucks behind us. We work with companies like Costco, Walmart, Amazon, and even the government. Helped so many companies hit over $20,000 a month. Brock, over $60,000 a month. Dump Boys, over $120,000 a month. Wade from Wolfgang Hauling, from $0 to $90,000 a month. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm giving you the complete 90-day blueprint. Let's go.
And this is the last video that you need to watch. We're not selling you a course. We're giving you everything for free because when we first started, there wasn't any helpful information out there like this. And in today's video, we're going to be covering trucks, pricing, customers, dumping, marketing, and the 5 biggest mistakes in junk removal. Hit that like button, drop a comment on where you're at in business, subscribe to Junk Labs, grab a notebook because we're moving fast. Let's go. Ryan pulled out all of his savings, bought this truck and trailer cash. I didn't really believe in it because we had 0 business experience. We didn't know how to sell, market, or even operate a business. Our first month we did $3,000 and I thought to myself, is this even going to work? But we stayed consistent and 9 months later, we did $99,000 our first year in revenue. And this year we're projected to do $1.1 million with junk removal. We bought a house at 22 years old, we have 4 trucks, and we still do work for the military, Costco, Amazon, and all these other big name brands. Like Ryan said earlier, we helped Brock go to $60,000 a month, Albert and Mike hit over $120,000 a month, and we had Wade start from 0 and go all the way up to $90,000 a month. This system actually works.
And before we dive in, I put together a free starter kit, everything you need in order to hit $20,000 a month. It's got a 90-day action plan, equipment checklist, pricing calculator, message templates, expense tracker, KPI list, and our ad spend calculator. Click the link in the description, drop your email, and I'll send it to your inbox. And if you don't, I'll just assume you're here for entertainment value, which is totally okay. But if you want to actually make money, pause right now and grab it. You're gonna need it. Got it? Good, let's go. And if you're still watching, congratulations. You've already outlasted 90% of people that wanted to start a junk removal business.
So the question is, why junk removal? It's a $12 billion industry, it's growing by 6% every year, and people have trash but don't want to take the responsibility for it. Like I said, trash never ends. Now most competitors, they usually put themselves out of business within the first 12 months, simply because they don't treat it like a business. They either try hauling with a Prius or they just cut themselves short on every single job. Now we have 20 to 30 competitors in Central PA. We still dominate Google and Facebook and make over $100,000 a month consistently. This means that there's room for you as well. Well, unless you're in my market, then good luck.
Can we actually do this?
Yes, if we can, then you can as well. And if you're allergic to hard work, then maybe try something like dropshipping. Now the 5 mistakes that kill businesses, 1 being buying into equipment too soon. Buy into the need. Don't go out and spend $15,000 to $50,000 on a dump truck before you have your first customer, unless you're trying to impress your neighbor. Number 2, not tracking any numbers. Track every dollar in and out of your business so you know exactly how much is coming in and coming out every single month. If you don't, you'll be broke and confused. Number 3 being, we'll beat any price. Don't compete on price. We work with billion-dollar companies because we're the best, not the cheapest. If you want to be the cheapest, you'll be out of business sooner than 12 months. Number 4 being, giving up too soon. Our first month we did $3,000 and that wasn't even until April. We started the business in January, so it took us 4 months to even get our first job, and we only made $3,000. So don't give up too soon. Number 5 being not tracking expenses. This is how we bought our house at 22 and 23 years old and avoided eating ramen forever. Now don't get me wrong, you won't succeed overnight. Take 90 to 180 days, stay consistent, and do the actions needed to succeed. And you will see results. Or at least you'll have some great stories for your broke grandkids.
And here's the 90-day roadmap. Week 1, insurance, bank account, LLC, and get organized with our free KPI tracker. Week 2 and 3, this is where you build your online presence. Your GMB page, Facebook, Instagram, a simple website, and start posting in groups. Week 3 and 4 is just pricing your jobs right, handling customers, how do I talk to customers, all that stuff. Month 2 is going to be dialing in your systems using Jobber, Go High Level, tracking your KPIs, using our ROI spreadsheet that we give you to know what's working and what's not. Month 3 is going to be investing in paid marketing. So this can be Google LSA, Facebook ads, Thumbtack, and make sure to double down on things that are working. Let's break it down. And if you get bored, just imagine how me and Ben felt doing this whole thing alone.
So for day 1 and 2, we're going to have you set up your actual business name. With that being said, don't name it Ben's Enterprise or Ben's Services, anything like that. Keep it specific to your niche, which is junk removal. So you can call it Ben's Junk Removal or something like heavy load hauling like what we did. It's clear and memorable and people remember that name, and it uses keywords on Google so people can actively search and find you. And if you want to call it Big Daddy Loads, then I mean, just expect some weird phone calls, but to each their own, right? All right, so day 2 and 3, we're going to get you set up with your LLC and your EIN. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to your Secretary of State website. The LLC filing for any business is typically from $50 to $200 for the filing fee. However, you can get your EIN after you do that for completely free. It takes up to 3 days and it's a really simple process. So day 3 and 4, after you get your LLC and your EIN number, you're going to want to set up a business bank account. Now with that business bank account, you can also go to a local bank that you're a part of or a bank you're already a member with, but we also use Chase, Wells Fargo, Capital One. There's a bunch of other ones out there, but you can use any bank that you would like. Just open a business checking account. Then you're going to want to set up a credit card processing. You can use Clover or Square. Personally, if I was just starting out, I would use Square because it's completely free and they'll even ship you a little chip that you can plug into your phone and swipe credit cards with. Because a lot of people don't carry around a lot of cash with them. You'll lose jobs by not having that set up. And here's something critical that a lot of people will not tell you. Once you get that bank account set up, you're going to want to apply for a business credit card. Now with this business credit card, it's going to separate your personal and your business expenses. It's going to build your business credit, and you're going to get a kickback for already spending the money with rewards. Now think about it like this. If you're going to spend the money on a dump trailer for $15,000, what's the point of not getting any return or reward for that? And especially if you're not building business credit. So always use a business credit card for every single expense. It's a non-negotiable, and if you're not using a business credit card in 2025, then you're doing business in 1997. Day 4 and 5, we're going to have you get set up with business insurance. Now, general liability is going to be anywhere from $50 to $200 a month, and it's going to open up a lot of doors for you for big clients. Now, commercial auto can be a bit more expensive. It can be anywhere from $300 to $500 a month, depending on your age, your driving record, and how long you've been in business for. So if you are on a budget, I didn't say this, but you can sweep it under the rug for right now and keep it low. Now, if you plan on hiring employees, you're going to need workers' compensation. That's going to cost you anywhere from $500 to $2,000 a month. But if you plan on working solo for right now, just skip it. And I would recommend getting inside the business, working inside the business yourself, up until the point where you need to hire employees to keep your costs down, stack your money, and actually get a good understanding of what your business is like. Day 5, we're going to have you set up your logo and branding. Now with this, you can use Canva, Fiverr, Upwork, even ChatGPT. There's AI tools all around the space, and this is exactly how you're going to do it. Best advice I can give you is to keep it simple. Ours costs less than $100. For business cards, you can use Vistaprint. You can spend $20 and get 500 plus business cards. Now with those business cards, you should only be using them for referral, not actual lead gen. Because how many times have you been handed a business card and that shit goes straight in the trash? All the time. But if you do give me a business card and I am a customer of yours and you did a good job and I need it for the future or sometime in the future, I know someone that will need the service, I hold on to that business card and use it as a reference. So day 6 and 7, we're going to have you set up your online presence. You can set up Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whatever it may be. But you're basically just going to introduce yourself, share a bit about your business, share your logo, and tell people who you actually are. Make sure to be authentic, be real, and just be yourself and what you want your company to actually look like. And if you want to do a TikTok dance, I won't judge. Week 1, you're a legitimate business. Now let's get some customers.
All right, weeks 2 and 3, online presence and getting your first customers. You need to be on 4 platforms: Google, Facebook, Instagram, and have a simple website. Let's start with the most important, Google. Google My Business is going to be the backbone of your online presence. And this is where most of your quality leads are going to come from. Now, if somebody searches junk removal near me or junk removal York, PA, you want to show up. And if you don't, you might as well be invisible. So you're going to need to set up your Google My Business page. In 2025, they require vehicle verification. So that means if you have to order a magnet with your logo on it and place it on your truck, that's fine. Or if you really wanted to, print out a big ass picture of your logo and tape it on the side of your truck. You got to fill out everything. Business hours, service area, phone number, website, photos. And the more complete your profile, the better you rank. Google is a non-negotiable. And whenever we were starting, this is when we got 70% of our leads. Next is going to be Facebook. Facebook is good for generating organic leads through specific groups. Join 20 to 60 local community groups, post once a week with indirect ads that appeal to the community members' emotions. Here's an example. Hey everyone, my brother and I just started a junk removal company called Heavy Load Hauling. We grew up here in York and wanted to give back to the community. So please let us know if you have any junk that you don't want and we'll be happy to stop by and help. You have to connect with the community. You can't just sell the service. If you post, hey everyone, junk removal, $99, you're gonna get ignored faster than a Prius and a truck meet. Instagram is your authority placeholder. It's where you share your work. It's gonna be for behind the scenes content, before and after photos, videos of the job. But Instagram, truthfully, doesn't convert as many leads as Facebook or Google. It's more for brand awareness and looking professional. When people find you on Google or Facebook, they're gonna check your Instagram to see if you're legit. This is also something that you can add on your GMB page to make you look even more professional. Next, you're gonna need a website, one page with services, contact info, and some photos. And for this, you can use Wix, Squarespace, or WordPress. You can build one in under a day for less than $100. And obviously, Google is gonna rank you higher if you have a website, and customers are gonna wanna see that website before they give your company a call. Now here's a hack to gain traction fast with minimal ad spend. You're gonna download Thumbtack. Thumbtack is a lead generation app, which means you pay per lead. Typically a lead can be anywhere from $5 to $30. You're also gonna want to set your ad budget between $100 and $200 a week. Me and Ben use Thumbtack specifically to generate our first $25,000 months. It helped us gain reviews, experience, and even cash flow. Once you start getting jobs, on every single job, document the process, build a relationship with the customer, be friendly and professional, and most importantly, always ask for a review. And reviews are everything. In our first 30 days, our goal was to get 10 reviews. And after that, it started paving the way for everything else. So here's the recap. Set up a Google My Business, join Facebook groups and post weekly, create Instagram and post your work, build a simple website, download Thumbtack, and on every job, take photos. Do this and you'll get consistent jobs, or at least you'll have a killer Instagram feed.
Now we're going to be moving on to pricing and operations. Now, if you don't know how to price, you're essentially working for free. And well, if you're working for free, you might as well just go back to your regular job. Now in junk removal, the industry standard is for you to charge anywhere from $40 to $60 per cubic yard inside of your truck. Now for this is going to include all of the labor, the haul away, the disposal, everything's included with the full service for this. And be sure to nail down your pricing, have a pricing sheet, because what people will typically do is their half load will actually be half of what their full load is, when it should actually be 10 to 20% more, because you still have to take the time to go out there, pay for the disposal fees, pay for the labor. There's still all these hidden costs that still need to be paid for. For example, your quarter load should be anywhere from $250 to $300. Your half load should be anywhere from $500 to $700. Your 3/4 load should be anywhere from $700 to $900, and your full load should be anywhere from $900 to $1,200. Now this is on standard for a 20-yard bin. Now do you see how the half load is priced more than what the actual half of the price of the full load would be? Exactly. That's exactly how you're going to stay profitable in junk removal, because not every single job is going to be huge, especially not in the beginning. Now for specific projects, especially when you enter the demolition world, you're going to be taking down stuff like decks, sheds, concrete pads, concrete foundations, pools, houses, interior homes, the interior properties, which means gutting them down to the studs. Now all this stuff needs to be priced out accordingly. For example, a lot of this stuff is going to be priced by square footage. For decks, typically you're going to be looking at anywhere from $4 to $6 per square foot. Like I said, as before, just to make it as simple as possible, this is going to be all of the labor, the haul away, and the disposal fees, everything included for you. Now typically for sheds, you're looking at anywhere from $9 to $11 per square foot for a single story shed. Now if it's for a 2-story shed, I would charge anywhere from $13 to $15 per square foot. Now, fences can range anywhere from $200 to multiple thousands of dollars. Reason being because you need to check out the linear footage, find the height, then you're going to find your square footage and multiply by that. The only exception that's not volume based is going to be concrete. Concrete is going to be essentially priced by weight. You're going to need to find the length, width, and height, also known as the depth of the concrete, to find the actual weight. Now, for an example, let's say a 14,000 GVWR trailer, which means it can hold 14,000 pounds minus the weight of the trailer, which is, we'll say, 3,000 pounds. That means you can haul 11,000 pounds safely. Now, don't put your equipment to the stress level. Keep it around 9,000 to 10,000 pounds for the max load. And typically for concrete, this can be recycled for little as no cost to, minimal of $20 to $50 per load. The trick is to find a local concrete company, see where they recycle their materials at, and see if they have a clean fill spot that you can dump for free. This is how you make concrete more profitable. Another thing that we do for our guys is we have them download Square. They're able to take credit cards, debit cards, everything digital over the phone while they're there at the property with the customer. Now let's say the guys just did a $1,000 job for the customer and they want to pay with a credit card. They're going to pull out their phone, type in $1,000 and show the customer. The customer is going to pay, and right after they pay, it's going to ask them 2 questions. It's going to ask them if they would like to add a tip. Typically, you should have your tip screen set at 5, 10, 15, and 20% tip. Now, just like any other service, especially when you go out to a restaurant, people are going to be more inclined to tip when you're right there in front of their face. This is going to help your guys make more money and help you make more money. And then after that, it's going to ask them if they would like a receipt via email or text message. That's just a hidden little trick that we use to make more money. Now we're going to move on to how to handle customers. First thing you're going to want to do is gather all of their information while they're on the phone. That's going to be their full name and their address. And since you already have their phone number, then that's all you need. Number 2 is going to be never give pricing over the phone. The people who are looking for the pricing over the phone are the people who are cheapest. Now, you have to be consistent. You have to either do it yourself or train your VA to learn how to be consistent with telling the customer, hey, we actually have our guys swing out. They're going to be in the area on this day. Would you like for them to stop by, provide you with a free estimate? And if you like the price, they'll go ahead and get the job done right then and there. Now, we see this all the time. A lot of people just want to get a price because they're looking for the cheapest price, but that's not the case. You can filter out who you actually want to work with, and this will help you get more quality customers. Number 3 is hand in hand with number 2. You're going to be doing all estimates in person. This is going to help you build relationships, build trust, give more accurate estimates, and close more deals. This is exactly why our close rate in person is 70 to 80%. Now, if it was over the phone, we'd probably close only 15 to 20%. Number 4 is going to be offering same-day service. There has been countless times that people have told us they were willing to pay more since we offered them the same-day service. Now, since we're in the junk business, people want the junk out ASAP. They don't want it sitting around. They're already tired of it. That's why they're calling you. So get it done and get them on the schedule as fast as possible. Let them know, even if your schedule is not booked whatsoever, that you will have a crew in their area around this time and you will go ahead and meet them at the property. Because chances are, if you can't get there within the day, they're gonna call someone else who can. That's how you beat your competitors. Number 5 is gonna be knowing the basics of sales. You need to listen more than you talk, offer solutions, and not just services. You need to learn how to handle objections and ask for the sale. All of this will help you appear more professional and help you close more deals, even if you're brand new. Now, when we first started, we had no idea what we were doing. I remember we were YouTubing videos on how to do a deck demo, how to do a shed demo, and we showed up to the job, acted confident, and we closed just about all of them. And that's the whole idea. If you can act confident and fake the confidence, then you can make money. So if you can master pricing and operations, you'll beat your competitors every single time.
The next thing we're going to move on to is systems and scaling. Now, this is where it gets fun. You can use a CRM like Jobber, Docket, Go High Level. All of them are great options. Jobber is going to be the most user-friendly and easy if you're just starting out. We use Go High Level though because it's much more customizable and it's a little bit more complicated, but we are able to communicate effectively with everyone that comes into our system. So that can be from Facebook, Instagram, our website, contact forms, literally all places. We're able to get customers into one centralized location and manage that effectively with the workflows that we've built out. You can also do custom SMS and email blasts to get even more business. At the end of the day though, if you want to really scale big and do it right the first time around, we recommend Go High Level. Either way, you're going to need a CRM to manage your customers, track all your jobs, phone calls, scheduling, where your employees are at all times. You need a CRM in this business because you're going to be handling a very large influx of customers through all the lead sources that we give you guys. So it's very hard to do everything that we're telling you to without a CRM. Now let's talk about staying organized. We manage well over $100,000 a month in estimates, follow-ups, and even completed jobs that we've already done. So if you're still using a notebook or a spreadsheet, get rid of it. You need this CRM. We also use a KPI tracker, which is a key performance indicator tracker to manage all daily routines and information. Every day we track jobs completed, estimates sent out, follow-ups sent out, revenue, expenses, and much more. This really keeps us organized and shows us exactly where we're winning and where we need to improve on. We also use an ad spend ROI tracker to see which lead sources like Google, Facebook, Thumbtack, etc. are actually making us money instead of just burning cash. And this is very important. We cannot stress this enough. If you do not track your numbers, you do not know your numbers. You could be saying something right off the top of your head that could be completely false. And if you're flying blind, you're most likely going to crash. We're going to be giving away our KPI tracker and our ad spend ROI tracker for free. Just click the link down below and watch a free video on how to use them exactly and how you can implement them in your business. Now let's talk about email remarketing. Email remarketing is how you turn a one-time customer into a repeat customer for life. So let's say you have 100 customers. You send out your emails to those customers and you get a 3% conversion rate. So that means you have 3 customers that are going to respond to you and need your services. Let's say your average job is around $450, which it should be at least, and you make a return of $1,350 on that one email marketing campaign. And all of that was for free because it's so much easier to sell to someone that you've already interacted with. They're already in your CRM, they're already in your database, you've already had communication with them, whether it's from phone call, messages, whatever it may be, they already know your company. So it's much easier to send these email blasts to someone you've already connected with. That's what I'm getting at. Let's say you send out to the same exact 100 customers. If you get 50% return rate on that, that's going to be 50 customers. I mean, obviously that's very unlikely that you close all 50 customers, but let's just say you close around 20 of those customers. If your average job is $450 at 20 customers, that number comes out to around $9,000 in return. And all of that is because you have a great CRM that is able to send out these SMS blasts and also do everything else that you need to. Another great free source to get leads is referrals. So let's say you have a customer you've done a job for and you've already completed the job, and at the end of the job you want to say, hey customer, we are just started out, we're really new in this business, we're really ambitious, we want to know how we can get more customers. If there's anyone you know that needs junk removal or demolition work, please have them reach out to us. We would really appreciate that. Most of the time a customer is going to say, yeah, we have a neighbor right down the street that wants something removed. Awesome. There you go. That's your in. Get the customer to tell you the contact's email, phone number, name, whatever it is, so that you can reach out to them first and set a good impression for yourself. Offer a discount on the service if they already want it done right then and there. The point is to network. Referrals are what is going to grow your business substantially at the start. And if you want to automate this process, you can simply set up a workflow in Go High Level to send out an automated text message or email blast to all your previous customers that have been completed, maybe in the hot estimate pipeline or even the follow-up pipeline, just to send out a referral email and SMS blast that says, hey customer, if you know anybody that needs junk removal demolition needs, please send them our way and we would love to earn their business. All right, now let's talk about employees. Employees are great, but do you need them at the start? No, you can easily hit $20,000 months without employees. It's just another expense. Yes, they make your life easier, but it's just one more thing that you have to worry about, and it cuts down on your profit margins when you're just starting out, which is terrible. Take Ben and I, for example. We did this junk removal business our whole entire first year without any employees. It was just him and I grinding every single day in the trucks. We didn't even hire our first employee until we were doing $50,000 a month consistently. What we recommend is working in the truck every single day so you can actually know the ins and outs of the business and know exactly what you're looking for in an employee. It makes it much easier to hire them. Overall, your goal in the first year should be maximizing profit, maybe getting a new truck or trailer, and focusing on knowing the ins and outs of this business so that you can continue to scale up. So another question we get asked a lot is, when should we hire exactly? So you're gonna know exactly when you need to hire. It's gonna hit you in the face like a fucking bag of bricks. You are going to have to be turning down jobs left and right in order for it to really hit you. You are missing out on plenty of money at this point. So the cost of hiring an employee, that hourly wage, is going to be substantially less than what you would actually make whenever you just did the job instead of declining it because you couldn't get to it in time. You're going to want to make sure you have workers' comp insurance, clear systems in place, which Go High Level can 100% help you out with. Make sure you have a solid plan on what these employees need to be trained on and what they need to be improved on so that you don't look like a fool in your business. But obviously, for your first year, just focus on you and maybe a partner just so you can keep the business lean and profitable. So just to recap, you do not need employees for your first $20,000 months. You need to download our KPI tracker in the description and also our ad spend ROI tracker. And also make sure to watch the videos that we have on these sheets so that you can fully understand them and use them in your business.
Now we're going to get into paid marketing and actually scaling the business. This is where you go from steady jobs to real growth. That could mean $20K to $50K or even $50K to $100,000 a month. First, you need to pay for leads. Every high-level business does. So if you want to scale, you need to invest into marketing. What you should do first is starting with Google LSA, local service ads. This is going to be the gold standard for junk removal. Now, when someone's on Google and they look up junk removal near me, even if you have 0 reviews, 5 reviews, it doesn't matter what it is, you want to pop up at the very top. Now, obviously, if you have barely any reviews, barely any traction on Google, it's hard for you to pop up at the top organically. Now, this is the cheat code. LSA is going to boost you to the very top of the page because you're giving Google money. Think about it like this. LSA is a pay per lead rather than a pay per click, so you only get charged when people call or message you. So what you need to do is set your budget, respond to leads fast, and track every call. Like everyone else says, Google is going to be where your highest quality customers come from. These are the people that are ready to book and ready to pay for the junk removal or the service right now. Next, we're going to have you set up Facebook ads. These are great for retargeting people who have already visited your page or looked at your website before.
Now you can run boosted or paid ads in the Facebook groups as well. And the trick is to keep it indirect. Don't make it look like an ad. You want to make it look more personable and more about you. For example, you can be talking more exactly about who you are rather than what your business is. People are invested into you, not your business. Then we have the lead gen services such as networks and Thumbtack. What you're going to do is you're going to set your weekly budget and you're going to have leads scraped from Google. Say someone submits a form on 1-800-GOT-JUNK's website. Google's going to sell that information to Thumbtack. Thumbtack is then going to sell that information over to you. Now your job is to give that person a call ASAP, stop whatever you're doing, send them a message, give them a call, and then you're going to get them on the schedule for the free estimate and hoping and banking on doing the job right then and there. Now, if you do want to get into some high level campaigns and some actual paid advertising, then you're going to need to know how to, one, run PPC, create campaigns, and run those effectively, or hire someone that knows exactly what they're doing. Just make sure they know what they're doing. Now, here's where a lot of people mess up. It's usually within their organization. That's why we're giving you the ad spend ROI spreadsheet so you can track exactly which lead sources are making you money and which ones are losing you money. You could have over $2,000 a week in ad spend and only be making $10,000, while that's only coming from one lead source, while the other 5 are burnt out and losing you money. So be sure to click the link below, download our ad spend ROI tracker, watch the video on how to use it, and implement it into your business, and I promise you, you will grow. Another thing that we like to say is don't be afraid to spend money. You need to pay to play. So if you're looking into trying to spend money on a new platform or a new lead source, make sure you're tracking it. Now, without tracking, it's hard to tell exactly how much money it's bringing in and how much money you're actually losing. This is exactly how we scaled from $3,000 our first month in business to over $150,000 a month as of now. We tracked every dollar, we tracked every lead, and we tracked everything that was working and what wasn't. We cut out the stuff that wasn't and put more money aside to the stuff that was. And without that, we'd probably still be at $3,000 a month. So if you want to scale from 20 to 50 or even 50 to $100,000 a month, you need to know what exactly you're spending money on, what's working and what's not working. My advice to you is download the tracker down below, watch the video, learn how to use it, and watch your business grow. And that's it. You have the complete 90-day blueprint to start and scale your junk removal business. So let's recap a little bit. Week 1 is going to be setting up your foundation the correct way. That means your LLC, your insurance, your banking information, credit cards, and downloading your trackers so you're ready to start putting that information in. Weeks 2 and 3 are going to be building your online presence. Google My Business, Facebook, Instagram, a simple website, and even start posting in those local Facebook groups. Weeks 3 and 4, you're going to be out in the field working in your business and dialing in your pricing and your operations. You're going to be learning how to price your jobs right, handling customers, and doing stuff like downloading Squared so you can get more money through tips. Month 2 is going to be dialing in your system. You're going to download Go High Level, track every job, every dollar, every expense, use the KPIs, use the ad spend ROI sheet, and this will help you grow your business. And month number 3, after you're making some money, you have a little bit of money in your bank account, we're going to have you invest in some paid advertising. This is going to mean your Google LSA, your Facebook ads, your Facebook boosted posts, your lead gen services such as Thumbtack or Networks, and even dialing in with your PPC. And most importantly, you're going to want to track exactly which one's giving you the best ROI. Now, we did it. Brock with Cooley Junk Removal did it. Wade with Wolfing Hauling did it. Dump Boys down in Philly did it as well. But here's the truth, and it sucks, but most people won't do it. They'll watch, they'll get excited, and maybe even download the trackers. But will they use it? Probably not. I can tell you from experience, and I've seen it a million times, if you're someone who's going to take action, you do what we say, you follow the steps in this blueprint, you will win. So here's exactly what you're going to do next. Number 1 is going to be, you're going to download the tracker down below, both of them, the KPI and the ad spend ROI tracker. This will keep you organized and tell you exactly what to do moving forward. Number 2 is going to be subscribing to Junk Labs so you get more in-depth videos on pricing, marketing, and how we work with big customers. Number 3 is going to be drop a question down below with where you're at in business, what questions you have, and how we can help. And number 4, if you're serious about scaling fast, check out our Junk Labs coaching program. Me, Ryan, and our team will guarantee $0 to $20,000 months within 120 days. Within the program is weekly calls with one-on-one private channel with me and Ryan, and exactly the systems and everything we put into place, all given to you. So put it this way, every day you wait is money left on the table. So take action now. Download the trackers, subscribe, and let's build you an actual business. We only want the best for everyone who's watching, so we want to see you guys succeed, and we hope this helps. So if you're someone who's starting or even stuck in the business as of right now, I hope this video helps, and we hope to continue to grow your business more.